It is morning in the mountains on Mountain Fun Life. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy. Delighted to welcome Chase Pipes to the show. Chase, how are you?
Good to see you.
You know I'm a fan. I've listened to your podcast and watched your YouTube channel where you actually get out there and find historical artifacts, fossils, meteorites, showing us on YouTube that it's real, that you're out there digging and doing the work so that when you bring these items back to the Smoky Mountains for the relic room, we know, oh, that's the real deal. We saw him collect it.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a store in Sevierville, Tennessee, Smoky Mountain Relic Room, located inside of Smoky Mountain Knife Works. For years, we couldn't have, people just couldn't believe that Tyrannosaurus Rex tooth is real.
Yeah.
So, as we go out and collect this stuff ourselves, we are hanging out with, people that are professional diggers and discoverers of history. These are the men and women who are actively in the field discovering this history.
Because we automatically assume it's all these, it's Indiana Jones and his professors type who are out there occasionally finding something and putting it in a museum. You're saying there's an actual, real, living, breathing industry of normal folks who know enough to find the stuff.
Yes, and a lot of time are actually more educating the paleontologist and the archaeologist. Because these people are actively digging it every single day, whereas an academic maybe digs once a year, during the season.
Your guys are using the same careful techniques. They're not just, strip mining to find fossils.
No, this is not mining for fossils. This is not mining for artifacts. They are actually using the scientific methods and principles, and when a discovery comes along that is important to science, they have relationships in academia that they call in that, will take a look at this specimen and see what it has to add to science. Because these guys that are discovering this stuff are passionate about science,
yes,
just like
of course,
we are.
Of course.
It's all about sharing the knowledge. And so on our YouTube channel, we go out into the field in the wilds of Montana or to the middle of nowhere in China, and we are showing you how you can go out and discover this stuff.
Well, what was it that lit the light bulb for you? What was it that made you, at some point in your young life, decide, because you're involved with the Knife Works, obviously, right? It's the family business. But you decided, I have an idea. What was it that got you excited about history, about meteors, about fossils?
Well, where we grew up on English Mountain, the house was built adjacent to a prehistoric, archaic era site.
Didn't know that.
When I was 3 or 4 years old and out wandering around with the pigs were rooting up arrowheads. And so my dad got me a subscription to an archaeological journal at 5, and I learned how to read, learning how to read archaeological journals. And so I've been hooked ever since.
All right, that totally makes sense. Because in addition, to, you talk about arrowheads and the other human memorabilia, what would you call it? I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? Artifacts? Okay. Yeah. So you've got stuff from the entire breadth and span of human history.
All of it.
How do you identify it when you find something like that? How do you know where it's when it's from?
Well, like if you're on site looking for something, there have already been people everywhere on this planet going to this site and that site and identifying formations or sites or whatever. So
you're going, how deep down, layers?
How deep down in the layers it is. You're looking back at historically what has been found in that same area, same spot. But also, just like, when you pick up an 8-track tape, you know that 8-track tape was only made in the 70s and the early 80s. You know they didn't make it before, and you know they didn't make it after. So it's the same thing with artifacts.
I'm going to go bury an 8-track tape for you to find someday.
This arrowhead was only made this arrowhead from this time to that time. And so that's how we as archaeologists and historians figure that stuff out.
I love it. All right. So the presentation, though, is important, too. When you come to the relic room, as I have a few times, tell us what it is that we're going to see, because it's always different.
Yeah, you guys, when y'all come to the shop, you're going to see the largest diversity of history for sale anywhere in North America. It is going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
There are dinosaur legs. There are meteorites that you can touch and hold and you can take home. There are artifacts from Viking, Roman, early man, all of it. I mean, our obsession knows no bounds, and you will be left with bewilderment and amazement.
And if you want to get started on that, probably the best thing to do is like I did. I discovered you through the podcast and the YouTube channel. Yep. So start watching Chasing History. I almost called you Chasing Pipes. Because your name...
That's a whole other thing on YouTube that comes up. Yeah.
Your name is Chase Pipes.
Yeah.
So Chasing History.
Yep, Chasing History on YouTube, and then Chasing History Radio, wherever you get your podcasts. And then, of course, come into the shop and see us.
Wow, well done. And it's right on the Parkway in Sevierville, kind of relatively close to the interstate, practically Kodak still, right?
Yeah, we're 3 miles from the interstate, so not too far.
Excellent. Inside the place that sells the world's largest knife, right? It says on the
Right.
sign, world's largest knife store.
It's in there somewhere if you can find it.
See, because if they ever sell the world's largest knife, they're going to have to change the sign.
That's right.
I love
That's
it.
right.
Chase, thank you so much.
Appreciate
So
it.
have a great trip out west, and come back and see us after you return, will you?
Will do. Thanks, guys. Remember,
All
history
right.
rocks. Woo!
Good.